Good evening. I'm Ikamabong Mbarakit, 2023 Senior Class President at Terry High School. I want to welcome you all to our graduation ceremony. At this time, I ask for you to please stand and direct your attention to the stage for the presentation of the colors by the Air Force ROTC cadets from Terry High School, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the opening remarks. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Delena Zepeda, Terry High School's National Honor Society's president, will give the opening remarks.
Thank you to all the family, friends, and educators for being here today to celebrate the class of 2023. If you wish, please bow your heads and join us in prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for getting each of us to this special moment. Thank you for your blessing of the amazing teachers and mentors you've given us the past 4 years and every moment to this point in our educational journey. Watch over us as we and our families celebrate this milestone. We thank you for getting each one of us to this moment, where all the struggles brought upon us and successes achieved in the last few years are now a closing chapter of much growth. We pray that wherever our journey takes us next, you give us the strength to lean on you and trust the path you have created. We pray that you remind each of us here today the values they've instilled in me to keep fighting through the tough times. We pray that you remind each of us that we hold purpose no matter what. Please watch over us and put your hand upon us as we transition to the next phase of our lives. Continue to give us the strength to push forward and reach the goals you've created for us. In your name, amen. Thank you. You may now be seated. I would like to introduce our class of 2023 Salutatorian, Giovanni Fuentes, for the welcome and introductions.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the BF Terry class of 2023 graduation ceremony. I would like to start by congratulating my fellow graduates for making it this far in their academic careers. Some of us got here by stressing out about our grades and staying up to do homework and study for tests, while others got here by putting things off until the last minute and prioritizing sleep over schoolwork. I don't condone procrastination, but as you can see, we all ended up here. Next, I would like to thank God and the people who have helped me overcome the adversities I've faced throughout high school, because if there's one thing that I've learned in the past 4 years, it's to grow from adversity and adapt to change. I would like to thank my parents for always believing in me and supporting me even from 700 miles away. Although they couldn't be here today, the values they've instilled in me have helped me keep fighting through the tough times I've had to face without them. We'll all walk across the same stage and receive the same piece of paper. This might make reaching tonight's milestone seem insignificant, but take it as motivation to move on from here and achieve bigger things. In the words of Will Rogers, even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Just remember to not compare yourself to others because everyone's path to success may not look the same. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our honored guests. Please stand as your name is called. From the Board of Trustees, President, Mrs. Mandy Bronzo. Vice President, Mr. Zach Lambert. Secretary, Mrs. Kay Danziger. New Board Member, District 4, Jackie Hotzel. It is also my honor to introduce Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Roosevelt Nivens. Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Alfonso Bates. Chief Academic Officer, Mrs. Christy Cottengame. Area Superintendent, Dr. Marlon Waits. Area Superintendent, Mr. Wayne Morin. Area Superintendent, Dr. Andre Osagi. Principal, Mr. Brian Roberson. Associate Principal, Mr. John Spearing. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Melissa Hernandez. Assistant Principal, Mr. Brian Wilson. Assistant Principal, Mr. Alfred Torres. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Tramisha Strickland. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Tracy Bogany. Professional Registrar, Mrs. Cheryl Smith. Counselor, Mrs. Julia Arriaga. Counselor, Mrs. Jennifer O'Donnell. Counselor, Mrs. Alexandra Jodlowski. Counselor, Mrs. Catrice Loki. Counselor, Mrs. Jennifer Ohanaja. College and Career Facilitator, Mrs. Shelby Nilsson. Thank you. And now here's a message from our school board to the class of 2023.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations to the class of 2023.
It may be hard to believe, but after all those group projects, homework assignments, and final exams, it's finally time to close this chapter and begin the next. We hope you take time to reflect on the journey, the people who helped you get here, and the lessons you learned along the way.
Graduating from high school is a significant achievement. It is the perfect time to celebrate your strength, resilience, and commitment. You finally did it. We are beaming with pride at how much you have accomplished.
No matter what you decide to do next, college, career, or life, we know you are equipped to succeed, and the best days are still ahead for each of you. Truly, the sky is the limit.
Never sell yourself short. Pursue your passion, laugh and dance along the way. You are all a unique gift to the world, and someone is waiting for you to believe it and live your purpose.
During this commencement season, enjoy all the fun and festivities with your peers and loved ones. We are excited to celebrate with you and cannot wait to watch you walk across the big stage.
To the graduating class of 2023, you are an extraordinary group of young people. Hats off to you for everything that you have done and for everything you're going to do. You did it!
here's a message from our superintendent, Dr. Roosevelt Nivens.
Hey, class of 2023, I'm Dr. Nivens, your superintendent. Today, I'm so happy for you as you made it. You are at graduation 2023. You and your peers are ready to walk across the stage. Walk with your head held high. No one else has lived your story and no one else will ever live your story. From elementary school to high school, every single challenge and every win has impacted who you are as a person. And let me tell you, you are perfectly and wonderfully made. Listen, there's a lot of hate in this world. Make sure you speak life to yourself. Do not hate on yourself. There's a lot of hate out there. You know how valuable you are. You know how worthy you are. You know the work that you put in to get to this point. Some of you sitting out there right now, you have defied the odds on getting to this point. When I look at you, I see thousands of success stories, powerful stories, stories of triumph, and still those stories are being written. As you celebrate this milestone, please know that we are cheering right alongside you. A win for you is a win for our community, and a win for your family, and a win for Lamar CISD. Life is sure to be filled with highs and lows, good times and bad times, but in every season, I want you to remember to have faith in who you are, who you belong to, and that you are great, because greatness is inside of you. Be the one to believe in the best of yourself and others. Be the one to challenge yourself to grow. Be the one to change the world for the better. Again, congratulations to the class of 2023. And remember, if anyone believes in you, it's you. Don't let anyone tell you different. You go out there and make it happen. Remember, you always have a home here. Come back to visit, but don't stay too long because you have a world to change. We'll see you.
Thank you, school board and Dr. Nivens. Now I would like to introduce Pamela Arreguin, our 2023 valedictorian.
Good evening. At my very first parent-teacher conference in kindergarten, my teacher broke the news to my mom that I was at the lowest reading level at my class, at a 2. It's worth noting that these levels were increased by intervals of 2, so this equated to a 1, or, you know, the number before 0. Worried about my dad's reaction, I beat my mom to the punch by putting on my most chipper voice. I'm level 2 in reading. I flashed my winning smile and gave him the biggest hug, and he was proud of me for all of 15 seconds before my mom showed up and broke my charade. Your daughter is the worst reader in her class. My dad looks at me, he goes, I thought you said you were at level 2, and I'm just like, I am, but I never said that was a good thing. That day I learned that I can make anything sound good if I say it with enough confidence, which is what I'm about to do now if you'll put up with me. After 13 long years, give or take a few, we have finally made it to graduation. For some it was harder than others, but we're all here, mostly intact. All those years of labor for an event that will be over in less than 2 hours. But this does not take away from the magnitude of this moment. Look at the people around you. Feel the cloth of your gown and the night breeze on your face. Soak in every aspect of the ceremony, because once it's over, that's it. It'll become but a distant memory you may or may not look back on fondly. But for now, just be in the moment. Take this advice not only for the course of our time together, but past it. We are starting a new chapter of our lives and look forward to what the future holds. We think of college courses, dorm shopping, new jobs, family, and yes, these thoughts fill us with encouragement and vigor to move forward. But do not miss out on microwave dinners with family, late night trips to the gas station, or talking to an old friend. Life is too fleeting to live in fear of failure. Apply to that competitive job, go backpacking, learn a new language, take a calligraphy class, or ask that special someone out. Now, the one thing I'm not saying is take the back roads, because if films like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Human Centipede, Jeepers Creepers, and all the Wrong Turn movies have taught us anything, back roads are a disaster waiting to happen. Well, back to less morbid subjects, be kind to yourself, because you are both your own greatest supporter and biggest critic. Doing your best does not equate to running yourself ragged to the point of tears, but doing what you can with what you have. Remember, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. No matter how small the action, it does not take away from the fact you have made an effort to be better. But when you get to that higher point of your life, don't forget where you came from. And if you can, offer someone the helping hand you wish had been extended to you. You can't save everyone, that's just not possible. And it's okay if you only save one person. And it's okay if that person is yourself. In the words of Yuichi Ichidori, I don't know how I'll feel when I'm dead, but I don't want to regret the way I lived. Now I'd like to make some honorable mentions to those that have had the biggest impact on my life. To my mother, Evelia Arreguin, who held my hand through the darkest part of my life and has fought for me since the moment she learned of my existence. To my father, Jorge Arreguin, who has worked himself to the bone so I can have more than he ever did, and I would never have to bow my head to anyone. To Amy Arreguin, my amazing and courageous cousin, and her children, Ivan and Amaya, who are the sweetest and most perfect babies I've ever seen. To Paula Parker, who helped me find my passion for advocacy and supported me in seeking a career in the criminal justice system. To Tanya Shulock, who helped nurture this dream and always indulged my weird questions. To Matthew Savage, who went beyond his duties as a teacher to cheer me on at my choir and theater productions. Though there was that one time he lost me at NASA and I gave myself a concussion. To Juliana Loya, my more than sister, who adopted me into her family and invited me to every Blue Light Garage study session. To Mr. John Loya, my business partner and eventual scapegoat. To Delilah Cardona, Autumn Sampson, and Lizette Franco, my biggest supporters and cheerleaders. To Wilbur Marmol and Joshua Cruz for being the best friends a girl can ask for and always looking out for me. To Caden Sanders and Avian Yamas for going out of their way to make sure I know my true worth. To Basola, my Sam sister, for following along with all my crazy plans. And to Chop Chop Lightning McQueen. Girl, I told you to say it. Okay. Now I would like to make a special dedication to a man who struggled his entire life to surpass the expectations people had for him and came out one of the bravest people I have ever known, a titan who stood larger than life. To most, he was as cold as steel, but I never knew him without a smile or a witty joke. He put me on a pedestal and told me that I gave him a second chance at life. And I wish more than anything that he could be here today. But I know he's looking down on my family tonight and cheering his heart out. So I want to dedicate my success and to my diploma to my grandfather, Elpidio Arreguin Montes. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our principal, Mr. Brian Roberson.
Thank you, Pamela. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and most importantly, the Benjamin Franklin Terry High School graduating class of 2023. I extend my warmest greetings to each and every one of you. Now, I'm reminded of a quote by one of the all-time greatest basketball players that has ever, just been around. And if you watched the series last night, you know it's not LeBron. This person is Michael Jordan, who wore the number 23, just like our graduating class. He once said, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and don't give up. Figure out how to climb it, how to go through it, how to work around it. This quote embodies the spirit of the class of 2023, a group of young individuals who have persistently overcome obstacles with tenacity, resilience, and unyielding spirit. Over the past 2 years, we have emerged from an unprecedented global crisis that tested our mettle in ways we could have never imagined. The pandemic forced us to adapt, innovate, and most of all, persevere. But you, class of 2023, have shown what it truly means to thrive amidst adversity. You've shown that even the darkest clouds can't dim the brightness of your potential. From virtual classrooms to social distancing, from isolation to the struggle for balance, each of you have faced your share of these challenges. Yet, in the face of these adversities, you have demonstrated an unwavering spirit that truly encapsulates Ranger pride. You've shown that when we ride together, we can transcend even the most formidable barriers. Whether you're heading to college, diving straight into the workforce, planning to start your own businesses, or dreaming of influencing the world in your own unique way, remember these words from Rudyard Kipling. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. As you embark on this new chapter of your life, remember that success and failure are two sides of the same coin, both essential to your growth and development. And after spending some time with me over the past year, you should know that I'm an Elton John fan. Last fall, I had the opportunity to attend his final concert in America on the field of Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. One of my favorite moments from that night was when Elton sang, "I'm still standing, better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid." I sound a little bit better, I kind of think. At least I do. Class of 2023, you are survivors. You are stronger, braver, and more resilient than you ever knew. It is my sincerest hope that you carry this resilience with you wherever life may lead you. Let me echo the words of Barack Obama, who once said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." As you leave Terry High School and step into the world, remember that you are not just a part of the future. You guys are the architects of it. In this incredible journey, you have made memories that will last a lifetime, friendships that will endure, and a legacy that future generations will strive to uphold. As you stand at the precipice of this great milestone, I want you to remember the laughter, remember the tears, remember the victories, especially those Battle of the Bergs. And we still have the bell. And like me, remember the setbacks. They are all a part of the journey that has made you the remarkable individuals that you are today. As you embark on this journey, this new journey, remember to ride with pride. Let your experiences at Terry High School guide you and inspire you. Let the spirit of Terry Ranger pride resonate in every stride that you take towards your dreams. In conclusion, remember that we are Terry High School. We are resilient. We are strong. You are the class of 2023. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, realizing that you don't have to attend one more high school classroom as a student, I just want you to remember these words. You can't ride in the morning with the Rangers if you're messing with the Mustangs at night. So let's have a great day here in Ranger Nation. And as always, let's ride. When I say let's ride, y'all say out. Let's ride. Let's ride. Congratulations, class of 2023. May you continue to conquer obstacles, inspire change, and make us proud. Now that was for the graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered together to celebrate a joyous and momentous time in the lives of these young adults. As a part of our celebration, it has become a tradition for us to honor the young men and women from each graduating class who have chosen to dedicate themselves to various branches of the armed services. Let us honor the young soldiers that we have with us today, those who have committed to the armed forces and stand ready to serve. Soldiers, as I call your names, please stand so that we may acknowledge your unselfishness and dedication to our country. They always say this, but please hold your applause until the end. Liana De Leon, United States Air Force. Zil Nilsen, Kaniba, Army National Guard. Cameron Bartos, United States Marine Corps. Eligio Camacho Garcia, United States Marine Corps. Devin Gonzalez, United States Marine Corps. Oscar Rodriguez, United States Marine Corps. Ricardo Villanueva, United States Marine Corps. Caitlin Figueroa, United States Navy. And now we ask that all past and present members of the military join us as family and friends, stand in solidarity along with these young men and women as we thank all of you for this decision to help protect our country and our freedoms. Let's also take this opportunity to acknowledge the parents, the family, the friends gathered in the audience today who are also sacrificing by these monumental decisions. Thank you all. Again, thank you for your service to our country. You may be seated. Madam President, members of the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Niven, Superintendent of Schools, I certify that the seniors present have met the requirements for graduation set forth by the Texas Education Agency and Lamar Consolidated Independent School District and are eligible to receive their high school diplomas or have met the attendance requirement under Senate Bill 673 and are eligible to receive a certificate of attendance. At this time, Mrs. Julia Arriaga, Mrs. Stacy Ferrero will now continue with the presentation of our graduates.
Kevin Mauricio Aceituno. Brandon Acevedo. Bridget Acevedo. Edgar Acosta. Jared Aiden Advincula. Jewel Alize Aguilar. Kobe Aiden Aguilar. Tariq Bashir Ahmad. Oluwabusola Rebecca Akinlosotu Jimmy. Luis Angel Alfonso Sea. Alonzo Cordell Allen. Draylon James Allen. Evangelina Renee Almendares. Jose Eduardo Alvarez Marcos. Jeslyn Athena Amador. Jennifer Alexandra Amaya. Alyssa Faith Teresa Arce. Marisa Armendaris. Jorge Julián Arreguín. Pamela Belinda Arreguín. Vanessa Arriola. Anna Marie Rachel Arriaga. Jeremiah Allen Arteaga. Nikolai Ephraim Asbaha. Christopher Eric Avalos. Ramiro Avila. San Juana Cassandra Avila Velázquez. Christian Alexis Aviles Navas. Melanie Nicole Ayala. Vladimir Alexander Ayala Saracay. Seth Sabian Alec Baca. Jacory Antoine Bailey. Elena Marie Baker. Miguel Angel Balseca Jr. Iswad Idunu Wali Tomiwa Banjoko. Nathaniel Isaiah Banks. Judith Parcenas. Devin Gerard Barnaby. Miguel Daniel Barrera. Wendy Estefania Barrera. Adrián Mark Barrero. Luis Javier Barrientos Macareno. Cameron Allen Bartos. Maya Alicia Bean. Luella Amari Colleen B. Amina Bria Bell. Carlos Jonathan Beltran. Mariah Nicole Benavides. Andrew Jacob Bentonker. Chloe Nicole Bentonker. Pete Bentonker Jr. Noe Bernal. Freddie Alexander Berrios. Leah L'Oreal Black. Sean Michael Black. Cheyenne Darlene Betcher. Christopher Bonilla. Ivan Neve Bonilla. Brian Logan Bowers. Xander Blake Brister. Michaela Soraya Brown. Isaiah Buenteo. Aisha Bakari. Enrique Jesus Cabrera Martinez. Ashley Sofia Calderon. Jason Camacho. Priscilla Giselle Camacho. Albert Campos. Zio Nelson Morty Cañeba. Antonio Donovan Cano. Adrián Giovanni Cárdenas. Dalila Cardona. Axa Mariela Carpio Santos. Logan Edward Carrillo. Antoine Richard Carter, Jr. Alexandria Nicole Casas. Gerson Alberto Castañeda López. Henner Ivan Castellanos Beltrán. Aaron Andrew Palacios Castillo. Mariah Lynn Castillo. Erin Giselle Castor. Andrea Marie Ceja. Osvaldo Cerda. Star Lynn Cervantes. Diana Laura Cervantes Mendez. Idali Magdalena Chapa. Jalen Michon Chapman. Chance LeVar Chappell. Irani Chavarria. Davian Alvaro Chavez. Zachary Hayden Chadoba. Tynea Shanice Clayton. Amaya Siobhan Cobb. Diego Gabriel Contreras. Samuel Alexander Copeland Mejia. Virginia Lee Cora. Jose Angel Cortez. Julio Cesar Cortez. Kaylee Amon Craft. Jasmine Ashley Cruz. Jason Domingo Cruz. Joshua Benicio Cruz. Mario Emanuel Cruz. Natalie Marie Cruz. Gianna Elizabeth Cuellar Valderrama. Michael Elias Cuevas. Kimaya Latrice Curtis. Nick M. Dane. Ashley Nicole Davis. Caitlin Eileen de la Fuente Oregon. Liana Mia Levy de Leon. Amy Michelle de Santiago. Emily de Santiago. Richard Alexander de Leon. Peyton Rain Delgado. Rayana Lynn de Luna. Antonio Fernando Diaz. Omari Alexander Diaz. Jose Manuel Dimas Enriquez. Joseph Irene Dixon. Kaya Ann Doby. Harris Zamoria Doyle. Noraya Simone Duncan. Merrick William Emerson. Asibong Sylvia Ephraim. Katia Sarayi Escobar. Olivia Milagros Escobar. Marianne Esparza. Kiera Janae Falls. Alexandria Fecht. Roberto Jesus Fernandez. Francis Nayel Fernandez Guiti. Caitlin Marie Figueroa. Jeremiah Alexander Follins. Daryl Foster II. Khalees Lene Foster. Lisette Franco. Jocelyn Frias. Brian Fuentes. Giovanni Fuentes. Diego Alejandro Fuentes Caballeros. Montrell Tishan Fultz. Dylan Galicia. Jocelyn Alani Galindo. Brian Gallardo. Brianna Lisette Galvan. Mariel Gomez Carrasco. Venetia Pintubai Gandhi. Esaú de Jesus Caray. Carmen Isabel Garcia. Ivan Garcia. Kayla Belen Garcia. Coda Carlos Garcia. Leonardo Gilberto Garcia. Michael Alexavier Garcia. Michelle Garcia. Noe Crisanto Garcia. Ricardo Alexis Garcia. Ricky Garcia III. Anaya Ray Gary. Eric Garza. Jalen Sanaya Gay. Jalen Sanaya Gay. Caitlin Nicole Gabar. Derek Isaiah Guilford. Avery Dion Gibson. Sidlali Bridget Gomez. Gabriela Nicole Gomez. Leandro Jose Gomez. Nelson Adrian Gomez. Devin Gonzalez. Gianni Sebastian Gonzalez. Sarah Elise Gonzalez. Drake Adam Gonzalez Ochoa. Alexis Victoria Gonzalez. Destiny Renee Gonzalez. Irene Gonzalez. Levi Odell Gonzalez. Marco Antonio Gonzalez. Jocelyn Naomi Gonzalez Pleites. Corey Prince Gozin. Alessandra Yvette Gracia. Marshall Brian Graham. Leila Sofia Granados. Carla Pamela Grimaldo Arriaga. Mariah Ann Gabara. Miriam Helen Gunther Pradinat. Janie Angelina Mireya Guerrero. Lizzie Guevara. Ashley Raquel Gutierrez. Jonathan Aaron Gutierrez. Elaine Michelle Guzman. Josiah Tyree Cordell Hannibal. Ariana Sky Hayes. Suzanne Abdel Hakim Hazame. Alexis Jaylene Henderson. Abigail Marie Hernandez. Alicia Michelle Hernandez. Alyssa Marie Hernandez. Bianca Alize Hernandez. Stephanie Hernandez. Fabian Hernandez. Jacob Alonso Hernandez. Jesus Hernandez. Jose Drago Hernandez. Jose Elian Hernandez. Julian Quinton Hernandez. Michaela Faith Hernandez. Sebastián Isaiah Hernandez. Víctor Hernandez. Alfredo Hernandez Morales. Ángel Gustavo Herrera Garcia. Kierian Cantrill Holmes. Alberto Huerta. Joshua Nolan Hutchinson. Carissa Celia Ibarra. Jalissa Marie Ingram. Matthew Alexander Jackson. Maya Jewel Jalloway. Dorian Donovan Jefferson. Mason Jelani. Corey Eugene Marcellus Giles. Harmony Janae Jones. Emma Neve Case. Jalen Renee Kelly. Serena Sabrina Khan. Alea Antoinette LeBay Carter. Skylar Murray LeBay Carter. Guadalupe Celedonia Lara. Nathaniel Ray Lara. Victoria Yasmin Laura. Jacob Leal. Stephanie Alejandra Leyva. Judith Alexandra Levia Asensio. Stephen Michael Lemon. Eric Andrew Limon. Bree Carolyn Little. Avian Matthew Llamas. Christian Deshaun Locke. Landon Curtis Logan. Avery Nicole Lopez. Gerardo Lopez Jr. Ingrid Giselle Lopez. Madeline Coral Lopez. Natalie Evelyn Lopez. Nicholas Christian Lopez. Alejandra Valeria Lopez de Santiago. Yahir Lopez Garza.
Michael Shale Lewison. Juliana Ray Loya. Stephanie Renee Loya. David Humberto Lozano. Rihanna Mandy Luna. Calvin Dat Ali. Christopher Maceda. Abigail Maldonado. Alyssa Anaya Mancilla. Jocelyn Shelby Manzano. Nicholas Allen Manzano. Andrew Joseph Marines. Donovan Richard Mark. Wilber Marmol. Melinda Marquez. Abigail Love Martinez. Alondra Martinez. America Martinez. Bianca Elizabeth Martinez. Danielle Martinez. Elijah Alexander Martinez. Gabriela Priscila Ramirez Martinez. Julian Martinez. Karina Cesaria Martinez. Catalina Mariah Martinez. Liliana Martinez. Matthew Adam Martinez. Michael Armando Martinez. Norali Martinez. Sydney Yalixa Martinez. Emily Esmeralda Mascorro. Oladapu Hamed Masha. Ekomobang Edet Mbarikit. Jonte Marquise Macaulay. Kayasia Monet McTeer. Dacia Naikai Medina. Jada Amory Medina. Savannah Marie Medina. Christian Morgan Mejia. Nicholas Scott Mejorado. Liliana Guadalupe Melendez Huerta. Ana Laura Mendez. Miranda Eileen Mendez. Octavius Miguel Mendieta. Ángel Alexander Mendoza. Dayanara Mendoza. Ivis Mendoza. Gabriela Renee Mendoza. Jordan Anthony Mendoza. Ramiro Mendoza Garcia. Melissa Esmeralda Menjivar Ramirez. Damian Mauricio Mesa. Dominic Vaughn Michaud. Trumaine Fabian Mitchell. Jacob Daniel Molina. Marvin Miguel Molina. Andrew Devin Montalvo Rios. Joshua Karim Mora. Natasha Adalai Mora. Jose Enrique Mora Esquivel. Damián Alexander Morales. Dalen Ryan Morales. Alberto Moran. Terilyn Renee Mosey. Abraham Muniz. Valerie Muniz Verde. Luz Reina Muro. Angelique Milolo Mwamba. Julissa Ariana Navarro. Malachi Dwayne Neal. Tyron Jarrell Newman. Joshua Thomas Noriega. Adrian Grace Nugent. Jacob Dylan Ochoa. Evan Etinosa Ogumbor. Temitopea Olamide Grace Olinania. Yancy Guadalupe Oliva Lara. Lisette Olvera Torres. Oluwatomisin Idowu Oneko. Julián Ontiveros. Nkechinye Julia Onyirimba. Hannah Sofia Ortega. Mariah Lee Ortega. Analicia Cristal Ortiz. Uriel Ortiz. Alison Noemí Ortiz Peraza. Maybelline Yamilet Osegueda. Rosalinda Oviedo. Stacy Brielle Owens. Caitlin Ashley Padilla. Mariah Lene Palacios. Andy Ray Palmares. Jose Manuel Palmillas. Matthew John Palomares. Ian Elijah Papillon. Giovanni Paredes. Mitali Metashpai Patel. Violeta Guadalupe Pauline Aldaba. Esmeralda Miriam Paz. Dylan John Anthony Peterson. Jesus Lorenzo Peña Jr. Alan Antonio Perez. Anastasia Mariana Perez. Daniela Lynette Perez. Darvin Gibran Juan Carlo Perez. Isaiah Roy Perez. Karina Perez. Thomas Riley Perkins. Allison Nicole Persine. Megan Therese Petrosky. Julissa Yvette Picasso. Ambar Claribel Pineda. Raven Hope Plasek. Kelly Brianna Polanco. Sydney Nicole Preston. Camille Denise Pruitt. Leslie Pulido. Camden Bo Hunter Pyatt. Ana Lisette Quijada. Sierra Nicole Quijada. Julia Milagros Quiñones. Justin Paul Quintanilla. Fanu Rajana. Gabriela Ramirez. Giovanni Ramirez. Julian Jesus Ramirez Jr. Edmundo Damián Ramírez Garza. Iván Rey Ramos. Jenna Lee Randall. Mariela Madeline Rangel. Antonio Rauda. Terry Michelle Reno. Yankee Renovato. Andrés Resendiz Jr. Azucena Resendiz. Iker Iván Reyes Mireles. Leia Raquel Rincones. Cristóbal Rivas. Nathan Giovanni Rivas. Anthony Steven Rivera. Viviana Esther Rivera. Hillis Ander Robertson IV. Jeremiah Travion Robinson. Celeste Robledo. Alexis Nicole Robles. Amanda Rodriguez. Amy Rodriguez. Dominga Alicia Rodriguez. Evelyn Yahaira Rodriguez. Jared Eli Rodriguez. Juan Manuel Rodriguez. Oscar Rodriguez. Roberto Carlos Rodriguez Jr. Sean Rodriguez. Stephanie Lynn Rodriguez. Ricardo Romero. Paola Nicole Rosa Carrion. Eric Daniel Rubalcaba. Héctor McLean Rubio. Marisa Ann Rubio. Ángel Ruiz. Valeria Ruiz. Travis James Runnels. Dylan Roy Sabrasula. Jesselyn Janelle Salazar. Kayla Janae Salazar. Sydney Amor Salazar. Tasneem Suleiman Salam. Autumn Elise Sampson. Alexander Raciel Sanchez. Carlos Jesus Sanchez. Christian Sanchez. Erika Michelle Sanchez. Noé Luis Sanchez. Ramiro Sanchez Jr. Caden Jacoby Sanders. Ian Nico Soares. Brittany Querent Segura Munoz. Jose Alejo Serrano. Emily Ann Schaefer. Madison Paige Shaw. Haley Danae Shields. Jackson Thomas Shorter. Elizabeth Noemi Sierra. Hector Sierra Jr. Cristal Silva. Angelina Jade Silvas. Michaela Lynn Samuel. Linda Annette Lacey Smith. Naja Simone Smith. Diego Ronaldo Solano. Celine Grace Solis. Sofía Saraí Solis. Damián Ezequiel Solorzano. Carla Yamilet Soto. Jaden Elijah Spears. Jimmy Lee Spencer Jr. Gracie Rose Stavanoa. Rhea Lachey Sterling. Ashira Denise Stewart. Ladarion Marquise Stewart. Melanie Michelle Suarez. Connor John Kenji. Connor John Kenzie. Connor John Kenji Sugawara. Ian James Kenneth Sugawara. Tatiana Yvonne Swanks. Anthony Reagan Taormina. Tamara Ashley Taylor. Marjorie Judith Tejada Lemus. Oluwabori Christiana Tejuosho. Elisha Jaden Terrell. Chesney Shane Thaxton. Marvin Perry Thomas. Sean Patrick Thompson. Janaya Janae Tillman. Adrian James Torres. Alyssa Nicole Torres. Haley Renee Torres. Tim Joseph Lee Torres. Megan Trejo. Alexia Mia Trevino. Damián Turrubiates. Elva Naomi Urbieta Pantoja. Jonathan Alexander Urbina. Patricio de Jesús Uribe. Zachary Evan Uvalle. Logan Christopher Vasek. Alexavier Zachariah Valle. Maria Fernanda Valtierra. Lance Vargas. Priscilla Renee Vasquez. Adrian Tyler Vela. Sara Beatriz Velázquez. Yasmin Ruth Villagomez. Ricardo de Mario Villanueva. Shannon Trinae Walker. Alexia Jada Washington. Jasmine Michelle Washington. Derek Donier Watson Jr. Armani Lee Welch. Ian David Whitaker. Ahmad Eric Williams. Dominic Jermaine Williams. Jamari DeCavius Williams. Kaylin Valerie Williams. Jeremiah Rashad Wright. Kennedy Janae Yates. Melissa Gianna Ibarra. Amani Deasia Young. Abigail Nave Samarripa. Yanali Zamora. Memphis Rain Zavala. Delana Lynn Cepeda. Isabela Renee Cepeda. Jose Fernando Cetino.
We would like to remind family members and friends that you will be able to greet and congratulate our graduates outside of Traylor Stadium. The graduates will be exiting the west and the east exits on the home side of the stadium. Now, before we get to that point, I want to give a special thank you to the B.F. Terry staff members, those who are here and those who are not. Students, look to the sidelines and thank your staff members that helped you get to this point. Now, at this time, graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left to signify your graduation from Benjamin Franklin Terry High School. Congratulations. Please join us in the singing of our alma mater one last time.